Akadosh Boker or Mishna Yomi Masechet Makkot Perek Aleph, chapter 1, Mishnah Yod, and chapter 2, Perek Bet, Mishnah Aleph. We are going to start, and we're going to finish this Perek by starting like this. Misha Nigmar Dino Barach. Imagine somebody was sentenced to be killed, and then he ran away before the execution. Ubali Fnei Oto Bedini comes in front of the same court, right? And then what happens is that they convicted him, but the court had now moved to Eretz Yisrael. So en sotrim, they don't come and reconsider the sentence to try to find a new reason to acquit him, but rather they execute him right away. Okay, why? Because the fact that they come but if it was condemned, it was brought to a different court in Eretz Yisrael, they reopen the case because maybe in Eretz Yisrael it brings the zechut to the person, and therefore you would actually been acquitted. Kol makom shi'amdu shnaim yomru. Wherever you have a convicted murderer and he's recaptured, and then you have two witnesses coming and standing up and saying, he's going to be killed right away based upon the verdict. Meaning they don't have to come and rejudge the case. The fact that the two witnesses said that it was already in the Din, they're going to be killed. Remember, the Sanhedrin functions also in Eretz Yisrael and also in Chutz as well, in both places. Sanhedrin chavlanit. Do you know a Sanhedrin that kills once in 7 years is already called a destroyer, a chovlanit? Rabbi Nazariah says that even once in 70 years. Right, the shivim shana. Rabbi Tefon Rabbi Kiva omrim, right? Rabbi Tefon Rabbi Kiva say, he says if we were in Sanhedrin, nobody would have ever been killed. Why was we would cross-examine so much and nobody would have ever put to death? Rabbi Shmuel says, Afhen marbim shofchei damim Yisrael. He says, you're right, but they would have increased a lot of murders also amongst Yisrael. Because if they're never going to be put to death, they're not afraid to murder. So if they're not afraid to murder, they're going to murder. So therefore, even though we try not to carry out the death penalty too often, we have to do it when it's necessary in order to make sure that people are not going to come and they're not going to murder too much. Okay? Mishnah, this is Mishnah Aleph and Perek Bet, chapter 2, Mishnah Aleph. Eluena Golim. These are the ones which go to exile. Haoreg Nefesh Vishkaga, somebody that kills Bishogeg. So therefore he goes to exile. Hayama Agel, so the Gemara is going to give the example. What is the Shogeg? Hayama Agel b'Magila, if he was pushing up a roller, so this used to be on the top of a roof, and they used to roll it up and down, right? They were doing the roofs. Now, the roofs were like this, slanted on a slope, and therefore, naflalav, so it slipped, and all of a sudden it fell on somebody beneath them, and harakto, it killed him. Or yameshal bechavit, he's lowering down a barrel, and it slipped from his hand, and then again, it fell on somebody and it killed him. He's climbing down a ladder, again, and then he fell on somebody and he killed him. All these things, he's going to be killed. But if he's picking up, he's putting the roller upwards and then it falls. Or he's picking up a barrel and then it snapped the barrel, right? Where and it fell and killed somebody. That means the rope snapped. He's going up the ladder and then he fell and he killed. He doesn't go to galut. Says the Mishnah, this is the general rule. Whenever it's going to be a downwards motion, as in the first three cases, he goes to exile. But if it's going to be an upwards motion, he does not go into exile. He says only in such a case he's going to go into exile. They learn it from a psuk. The Rambam actually explains that when a person kills while being something upwards, it's unexpected. So if he doesn't go to galut, right, in an unexpected manner. But if he's going downwards, he should have been much more careful. So for there, he goes to galut in such a case. Nishmata bazel mikato ve'arag. Imagine right now he's chopping wood, and all of a sudden the iron blade slipped off, and he killed someone. Rabbi comes and he says, "Enogole." He doesn't go to galut. Why? Because again, the same thing. It's not referring to this case, right? Because this is mamash like this is the negligence. Because he should have made sure that the axe blade was attached firmly. Chachamim say no, he does go to galut. Why? Because mamash is a mistake. But on the other hand, if he chopped the wood and all of a sudden a piece of wood came flying out, right, of being chopped, and then it killed somebody, Rabbi says that he goes to galut. Right? Why? Because this is an accidental case. Here you don't go to galut. Why? Because this is completely unexpected, and therefore you're going to be exempt in this case.